Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the coronavirus and in particular the mask that you wear during this virus period. These are the two masks that we very often see people wear in the streets, but we are often told that this mask is not going to work. And I'm going to explain to you why this is not a good mask to wear during this period of time. For those of you who cannot find this mask, you will still want to wear this mask. So I'm going to teach you later on how to actually put on this mask in the proper way. There's actually a proper way to wear this, and if you wear it in the wrong way, it's not going to actually work, and that's why it's not recommended. This is one of the best ways you should be wearing the N95 mask, and at the end of this whole explanation, you actually see why we are wearing the N95 mask in a very wrong manner. Let's get right in the reason why this mask is actually not as good as the other mask. Now, this is the N95 mask, and yes, it is true that it can actually sieve out a lot of dust particles. However, it's not very good for the Wuhan virus spreading, and the reason is actually because many of us are actually wearing this wrongly. Now, I know that when I say that you're wearing this the wrong way, probably 99% of you will be saying that I'm actually wrong, you know, and that I don't know what I'm saying. But I've actually spoken and consulted medical students as well as those in the medical industry, and after they actually told me how this is worn, and they tell me why people are wearing it wrongly outside, I realize that many people are actually wearing it wrongly, and therefore it's actually not working for them. So it's very important for you to watch through this video because I'm going to teach you why this doesn't really work as well, and if you really have to wear this, how you're going to wear it so that it works much better for you. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the N95 mask. Now, for the N95 mask, there are like two sides, right? The side with the metal strip, it may not be in front, it may be inside, or the other way to see it is actually this sponge here is supposed to be resting on the nose ridge area. Now, the way to wear this mask, many of us just put it on our head, you know, and then we just strap the bands across. It's not that way. This is the way to wear it, okay? So I'm going to show you how you're going to wear it if you really need to wear this mask. This is one of the best ways you should be wearing the N95 mask, and at the end of this whole explanation, you actually see why we are wearing the N95 mask in a very wrong manner. Now, first of all, what you want to do is this. You've got two straps, right? So the one that's on top, you're going to sling it across your hand here, and you're just going to hold the bottom one. With this hand, you're going to put the mask on top of your face, right? So it's down here, and you're going to strap this bottom one to the base of the hairline area, okay, or just the neck area. Then next, what you're going to do is this. You're going to hold this top one, and you're going to go across your head and just rest it at the top area of your head, okay? So it's actually quite high. It's not supposed to be like, you know, across the center of your head. So it's supposed to be quite high up. Now, in case you see me wearing the mask this way and you think, okay, you know, it's so easy, you're wearing it this way, this is actually still wrong, okay? This is not right. The next thing you have to do is to actually form the ridge around your nose. So you just press it and really let it kind of like settle across, you know, the contour of your face. So just, it has to be touching the nose area, so it has to go across the whole thing. Now, then what you want to do next is this. You want to just breathe in and out, okay? Now, what you can do is this. Hold the front here and blow out as hard as you can. I'm going to show you how it works, okay? As you blow out, what you want to feel is whether wind comes out from the sides here, okay? Any air comes out from the side holes here. You can actually feel a bit of it. Now, if you can feel any gap there, you have to adjust the ridge as well as this mask, okay? Now, the next thing after that, you feel that, okay, I don't feel any wind coming out. What you do next is just put your hand at the sides here and just blow and see whether you can feel anything. Now, let me first teach you how to remove this mask, then I'll tell you why this mask doesn't really work for many people. Now, first of all, by removing this mask, the most common way that many people do is just to hold the front and then take off the straps, right? That is wrong. The moment you do that, that's wrong. Why? Because your mask is already dirty. So the logic is that you're not supposed to be touching the mask at all. So how you want to remove it is by removing the bottom strap here. Take it off. So you look, I'm not touching the mask. Just take off the bottom strap, and then you want to tighten this strap, okay? That means you want to pull it out this way. And now you can actually see there's a gap there. The next way you're going to do is to hold the strap from the back here and remove the whole thing. Okay, so you're actually not touching this mask at all from start to end. Why doesn't this mask really work? Now, in the medical schools, these are things that you guys may not actually know unless you are inside there. In the medical schools, they learn that this mask is actually a generic mask. It's not a mask that fits everybody, and in fact many of them have to have different, you know, the N95, they have different variants. They actually have to choose different variants, and they actually have to go through a test. So the test is very simple. They have this mask, they put it on, and then they will actually put this bag over your head, and they will release this kind of, I think, if I'm not wrong, it's a sour thing, okay? And the whole idea is that when you breathe in and out, you're supposed to sense whether you can actually taste this sour thing, and they realize that many people who wear this actually can taste this sour thing on their tongue. So they have to try different variants of the N95 mask, which looks different by the way. Some that looks like a duck, some that looks like all the weird different patterns, and they have to keep changing it until they don't taste that sour thing in their mouth. Then that mask fits their face. So through that test, they realized that the N95 mask, which is this one that you see down here, okay, this very common variant, doesn't actually fit many people's face, and that's why you shouldn't think that this N95 is going to fit your face. Now, one of the most simplified ways to see whether this N95 actually is working for you is that once you have placed it on your face, once you have done the whole process, when you breathe in and out, there should be certain amount of resistance. If you're breathing in like as per normal, then it's actually not working. Okay, so let me explain to you now why this mask and not this mask. The reason is actually due to the porousness of the mask. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong words, okay, but putting it in layman's term, you can see how dense these holes are. It's like so dense, it's basically like a cloth. You can't really see through it. So what happens is that when you put this on top of your face and you put it wrongly, any breath that you take doesn't come through here, because you see there's all the air is fighting to get in, right, when you breathe. So it doesn't come through here if there are even small gaps around the mask. So the air will actually sit in through these small gaps as much as possible instead of coming from here. So therefore this mask is actually not good unless it totally fits your face and prevents any gas at all, any air at all from coming in from the sides except from the front. Now this mask, however, is quite porous. You can see there are gaps there. It's quite easy for air to pass through. So even in the case where you wear it wrongly, I mean, of course it's not good to wear it wrongly, but in the case where it's not perfectly worn, then what happens is that when you breathe, because of the porousness of this, because of the holes, the kind of like big holes here, any breath that you take actually still comes in from here. Okay, most of the air comes in from here, so it actually prevents all the virus and everything from coming in this direction, if it makes sense to you now. So therefore this is actually the #1 mask that you should try getting as of now, and not the N95 mask. If you want to try to attempt getting the N95 mask because you run out of the other mask, then please do wear it properly. Remember to do the check. So I will go through the checks again. Now, first of all, small loop here, put it over your head, go to the back here, back of the neck, take the bigger one, okay, go on top, and it should be at a certain degree. It's not above the ear, okay, not like spectacles. Next, what you have to do is, like now when I breathe, there's no resistance. That means the air is actually seeping from somewhere. Adjust it a little and go for the nose ridge area. Make sure that it fits across the face neatly. Now there's resistance, but I have to do one thing. Cover the front here and blow out. And feel. I feel that there's a bit of gas coming out from here. The reason is because the nose area, the nose ridge is a bit sharp, and there's a bit of gap there between the nose and the nose ridge. So I have to move it a bit more, adjust it. After that, I blow and feel around for any air. If there isn't any air coming out from these areas here and breathing is a bit tough, like you can feel that there's resistance when you breathe in and out, then it's gonna work much better than, you know, if you just put it on the other way. Okay, to remove it, remember, take off the bottom strap, tighten it forward at a certain degree, then come in from the back here and remove the whole thing. Remember not to touch this center portion here, which is supposedly dirty. Okay, this is all I have to share with you guys about the mask, and I hope it really helps you to, you know, first of all decide and understand why different masks are used for different circumstances. This is good for dust, okay, this is really good for dust, but if you're talking about viruses, this is the way to go. So because of that, I hope you guys make the right decision on what mask to wear, and because of that, you also have a better decision and understanding on why each mask works for different scenarios. Stay safe, guys, and always remember, keep your hands clean. You know, don't touch things that you are not supposed to touch. Wash your hands, and yeah, stay safe. All right, just one last thing before we go. For the past few days, I've been very busy because we are at the forefront bringing in thermometers for everybody. Now, this is not a sales message. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I want you to know and understand that if you have been following the news, you realize that there's an export ban in many countries. Let me simplify it for you. Countries are not willing to sell medical supplies, thermometers to Singapore. In the region, people don't want to sell it around because they feel that the virus may spread to their country. They need it in their own countries and they want to protect themselves. Thermometer prices and, you know, mask prices have been going up. Now, I'm not selling anything as I told you, but I want you to understand that if you want to get a thermometer or a face mask, now is actually one of the best times to get. Okay, we have seen sellers selling them as high as $80 to $160. Our incoming batch is already almost fully sold out, and we're selling at a minimal cost of $50. And the reason why is because as wholesalers, we don't want to bump up the price. We think that, you know, this is the time of crisis and we want everyone to stay safe. Okay, now the items are actually being shipped across 4 different countries, and there's a reason behind it, very long reason. Maybe I'll share it in future, but I have to wait until things calm down first. So guys, if you're interested in learning a bit more about the Wuhan thing, or you are interested in learning a bit more about the mask or the thermometers, do let me know. I'll be more than happy to share this information with you. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great day. Please do remember to like and subscribe, okay? And it really helps. Let me know in the comments if you need any help or any understanding in anything that you may not really yet understand about the coronavirus. Right guys, stay cool, stay awesome, and be your best. Always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.